Hot on the heels of Microsoft announcing its Surface laptop, and Huawei's ready to unveil its first real notebook. It's called the MateBook X, and it might remind you of Apple's 12-inch MacBook. In fact, the resemblance was so striking that I could barely tell the two apart without looking at their logos. Although it is very similar in looks to Apple's teeny laptop, the MateBook actually has a few differences that set it apart. First of all, it has a fingerprint sensor integrated into the power button that not only makes it easier to sign into your profile, but it's also more convenient if more than one person is a frequent user of your laptop. All they have to do is sign in with their finger, and the MateBook will load up their profile. Like the MacBook, Huawei's laptop adopts a minimal approach to ports, which could put off many people. You'll only get two USB-C ports, one of which feeds power to the device, while you're left with the other for external connections. To alleviate the potential inconvenience here, Huawei is including a dock with each MateBook that provides options for HDMI, USB Type-A, USB Type-C, and VGA. Then there is the keyboard. We all know how controversial Apple's depth-free setup is, and even though I'm pleased with the typing experience on my MacBook, I'm glad Huawei managed to deliver keys with 1.2mm of travel here. It's a more traditional and familiar system that makes typing more comfortable. I also like the generously sized chiclet keys, and the only buttons that I felt were undersized were the up and down arrows. The keyboard is also splash resistant, so you don't have to worry about spilling a little bit of water on it while you work. Huawei equipped the MateBook X with a 7th generation Intel Core i7 chip, 8GB of RAM, and a 512GB SSD, which promise speedy performance. It's supposed to last long, too, as the company is estimating about up to 10 hours of 1080p video playback on a charge. Speaking of video, you'll really enjoy the multimedia experience not only because of the MateBook's vibrant 13-inch 2K display, but also thanks to the Dolby Atmos enhanced surround sound system. During our preview, the display was unfortunately a little dim in bright sunlight, but audio was indeed immersive and loud. We don't yet know how much the MateBook X will cost, but we do know it's expected to retail in the US at some point this year. Huawei's first stab at a laptop comes with just one or two unique features, but on first glance, it appears the MateBook X has the basics covered. Whether it will do well as a workhorse, though, remains to be seen.